Welcome back, Dishers. I'm your girl, as always, Trish the Dish. How are you guys doing? So as you can tell from the intro, this is my Morphe conspiracy theory. Now, just a little disclaimer, this is all just my opinion. I don't know if any of this is true. Please look up everything for yourself. This is just to have a little fun. And yeah, so like I said, take it with a grain of salt. This is just what I think might be going on, and I still haven't put the whole story together. I'm just not sure, but let's just dive right into it. So, as I was saying in one of my last videos, I have a feeling that Morphe's up to something. I have a feeling they're playing chess with all of our major favorite beauty gurus, and this is why. If you did watch that video, I'm sorry. I'm just going to do a little bit of recapping. So, earlier this year, one of Morphe's best affiliates, greatest affiliates, whatever, Jaclyn Hill came out with her own brand. There were suspicions that Morphe was somehow involved behind this brand, whether they helped her, whether there was just, everybody thought that Morphe could have been involved with this. And it looked really bad for Morphe when the lipsticks flopped. It looked really bad. So, right after that, they had Jeffree Star, and they did a collab with Jeffree, which they've done in the past, but I don't believe they've ever done an eyeshadow or any kind of makeup. I believe it was just brushes. Now, Morphe sells Jeffree Star cosmetics in their store. So, I'm not 100% sure why they felt they had to collab on this makeup palette, like the eyeshadow palette. They said, Jeffree said it was to bring the Jeffree Star experience to people who otherwise may not have been able to afford it, which is great, but the shadows are not going to be the same. It's basically just Jeffree Star's name on it with a Morphe formula, right? That's what I'm assuming. So, did they just move Jeffree into place for something? Did he do that to try to help them get back on our good graces to, after that horrible flop? So, there's Jeffree Star. And, of course, they have Miss Jaclyn Hill supporting their new foundations and concealers that they just came out with earlier this year. Or by Jaclyn, maybe in the middle of the year, who knows. And then they've also had Manny. Manny has done a store opening with them, and I believe that they do sell Lunar Beauty, which is Manny's makeup brand, in the store. So, that's 3 major beauty gurus they've got going on right now. And as everybody knows, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, love you so much. We do know that they are making a palette together, and we've already seen the piggy backpacks and the piggy mirrors, which I totally have to have one because who doesn't? But I saw something really interesting on Twitter. I will put a picture up for you. But it said something about the palette coming out for the holidays in 2019, which would make it really, really, really soon. So, I'm wondering if maybe Morphe has something planned. Because they've also got James Charles wrapped up in this, and Wet n Wild. I'll tell you why and how. Wet n Wild came out with their new 40 palette for their 40th anniversary of DragCon, and there was an explosion of people saying it looked a lot like James Charles. Even his palette they did with Morphe. Even James Charles himself took to Twitter and was kind of dragging Wet n Wild for this, which there are dupes of all kinds of eyeshadows out there. I'm sure that if you can buy it, there's a dupe for it that'll be cheaper. That's just what happens. Look at Copycat Beauty by Bad Baby or whoever that chick is, the Catch Me Outside chick. She actually makes a living off of copying other people's makeup. So this was my theory in the first video. Let's say Now, I don't know if any of this is true, so please, like I said, I don't know. I'm just thinking, brainstorming. Let's say that Morphe knew about this palette that Wet n Wild put out. Just let's say they did. Let's say maybe somebody said something to James that got him really upset, other than the fact that it does look a lot like it, but there's more colors. The colors are not exact. But let's just say Morphe knew about this palette. Does that mean all that drama on Twitter could have been produced? I don't know. So, here's the receipt from Twitter where I think that this palette that Jeffree and Shane are doing comes out this holiday, like for Christmas. So here it is. All right. So, are they going to sell this palette in the Morphe Brushes stores? I know it'll probably be sold on Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but are they also going to sell it in the stores? Is this something that Morphe is also going to use in their chess game? Do you think that Morphe may be trying to get all of these bigger gurus so that maybe they can put some of our other makeup stores like Sephora or Ulta out of business? That's a theory. It could be, that could be possible. They are expanding and opening new stores. I have not seen any in my state, but it's possible that they could be moving towards a monopoly and a takeover to where you're just going to be able to get everybody and everything from a Morphe store, and there'll be no need for Sephora or Ulta or any of those. Now, that's just a theory. So I think it's a little bit fishy. I'm not exactly sure why all this stuff is going on. Manny just put out a brand new palette, by the way. I'm not sure if that's going to be sold in Morphe. It's a Halloween palette called Spellbook. It actually looks really cool. I would totally get it for a collection piece because it really does look like an authentic Spellbook, and if you're into that kind of stuff, it's right up your alley. So I'm just, what do you guys think? Like, do any of you guys think that there's something more that Morphe's doing that maybe our gurus aren't really aware of? Because it's just a little suspicious that this year it's just been Morphe, 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 and I've never seen Morphe pushed on the consumer as much as it has been this year. So maybe all of this is to bring people in, because maybe. So is this what Morphe's been working up to? I mean, maybe they will be selling the Jeffree Star Shea Dawson palette in their stores. It would be smart too. It would reach a total bigger audience. I'm almost positive it would sell out, even no matter how many units they made. And I don't know. I just think it's fishy because if they already sell like Jeffree Star products, why would Jeffree need to collab with them? Jeffree Star's palettes, they are expensive, but not really. Like, if you plan to buy one of these, you can budget it in. And some of these palettes are beautiful, and you only need those palettes. Like the bundles that he has. I don't know. I just think it's really weird that they did an eyeshadow palette. The brushes, awesome. Beauty blenders, a setting spray, that's great, but I'm not sure why an eyeshadow palette. I just think that they already sell it. I'm wondering, is Manny going to collab with them again? We haven't seen any kind of collabs about Manny and Morphe. They sell Lunar Beauty in there. So I'm not sure, Dishers. Like, I really want to know what you guys think. I need some help piecing all this together. My brain is just racing, and I really do think that Morphe has something planned. Whether it's going to be more launches of stores and they're trying to take over, whether they are just gearing up all year for this big giant Christmas reveal of the Shane Dawson Jeffree palette. I don't know. But I think it's very interesting that lately Morphe has just been literally shoved like this down all of our throats. Like I said, they've opened a whole bunch of new stores like in the Midwest. I have not seen any where I'm at. I hope so. I hope to. I would love to have a Morphe store. But I just think it's a little odd that all this drama's been going on, and now we are possibly nearing the launch of the Jeffree Star Shane Dawson palette. I'm just wondering what Morphe has to do with all of this, because as you guys saw, just like we all saw, Jeffree was taking Shane to Morphe store openings with him, and they've been, so now Shane Dawson, he's a part of all of this. So maybe there's just a plan somewhere, and I can't quite put my finger on it, whether it be a beauty community takeover, whether they're trying to monopolize on where to get makeup and stuff. I'm just not sure, but I do know it is super exciting. I cannot wait to see how all of this plays out. I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? Like, do you guys think that there's something going on, or do you think that they just happen to be doing all this, and since they're one of the bigger makeup retailers, that's why they're in the public eye so much? I don't know. I'm shook. I'm just not sure. So, I want you guys to come to the comments and leave me some of your theories. I want to know what you guys think, because when you guys come to the comments and brainstorm, it helps all of us, and we're just like, hey, you know what? That's a really good theory. Maybe that's going on. So, I want you guys to do that. I'm sorry this video is going to be a little short. I did put my back out, and sitting here at my filming station is excruciating. But please join me on Twitter tonight for the second installment of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. I can't wait. This series is amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed the first one. It was a lot different than what I thought it was going to be. I like the fact that we get to see a little bit more into both their lives and the making and creation of this palette, because I know that a lot of us are like, God, how do they do that? What is involved? What if, we want to make our own brands if we get famous? Like, I just think it's very, very interesting. So I am excited. So please join me on Twitter and follow me at TDishYT if you're not already. But like I said, meet me there. We can chat about it live. I got my favorite quote from the last one. Do we like them? Today we do. I just thought that was so funny, because now none of those people they were talking about are friends with Jeffree Star. So, I love you guys. Thank you, and welcome to all the new subscribers we have. I will be doing some more makeup tutorials later next week, like early next week. I just gotta let my back get a little bit better so I can actually sit on this chair. So, thank you. And like I said, please like, subscribe, comment, share this, and let's see if we can get to the bottom of what's going on. Later, Dishers.